Hello friends, welcome back to your favorite channel. Today, we're going to break down the Union Budget 2025 to 26. Yes, the same budget that's already being discussed in every WhatsApp group and on every news channel. Everyone's suddenly an expert, right? But friends, this channel isn't just about analysis, it's about making sure you remember the key points easily and clearly. In this video, our team has simplified everything for you. We've used charts, mnemonics, and easy explanations to ensure that you don't just understand the budget, but you can also recall it anytime during discussions. Whether you're at a family gathering or debating with friends on social media, you have the key points locked in. Thank you, friends, for watching, supporting, and subscribing to the channel. It really means a lot to us. I promise you, no other channel will make this budget as simple and easy to understand as we do here. And yes, if you found this video useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you never miss any updates. If you think someone in your friends group needs this simplified version of the budget, send it their way. Together, let's stay informed and let's make complex topics simple, because that's what we do here on this channel. Let's dive in. Today, we're diving straight into the theme of the Union Budget 2025 to 26, Sabka Vikas, or development for everyone through balanced and inclusive growth across regions. But dosto, instead of getting stuck in heavy analysis, let me show you something simple and visual, a bar graph. On one side, we have the revised estimates for 2024 to 25, and on the other side, budget estimates for 2025 to 26. Let's break down the key points. Total receipts, excluding borrowings. In 2024 to 25, it was 31.47 lakh rupees crore, and for 2025 to 26, it's projected to rise to 34.96 lakh rupees crore. This shows that the government expects a boost in revenue, probably from higher tax collections and better compliance. Net tax receipts, from 25.57 lakh rupees crore last year to 28.37 lakh rupees crore this year. Tax base बढ़ रहा है, indicating that the government is focusing on expanding its revenue from taxes, which will help fund developmental programs under Sabka Vikas. Total expenditure. Here's the big one. The government plans to spend 50.65 lakh rupees crore in 2025 to 26 compared to 47.16 lakh rupees crore last year. More spending means more investments in infrastructure, welfare, and growth. Capital expenditure. The one category that remains steady at 10.18 lakh rupees crore. Why? Because this is long-term investment, building roads, bridges, railways, etc. that support sustainable growth. The takeaway is simple, dosto. With higher revenues and increased spending, this budget is about making sure growth touches every part of the country. Moving next दोस्तों, हम बात करने वाले हैं fiscal consolidation की, जिसका सीधा मतलब है strengthening India's economic stability through controlled borrowing and responsible spending. लेकिन दोस्तों, मैं आपको boring tables या reports नहीं दिखाऊंगा. Let's understand this using a simple pie graph. सबसे पहले, ये जान लें कि fiscal deficit का मतलब है how much the government spends beyond its revenue. The target here is to reduce this gap and ensure long-term growth without burdening future generations with debt. Now, look at these two pie charts. Revised estimate 2024 to 25. Fiscal deficit at 4.8% of GDP. This is the chunk showing how much of the economy is funded by government borrowing. The rest of the pie is the country's productive output. Budget estimate 2025 to 26. Fiscal deficit is projected to reduce to 4.4% of GDP. कम borrow करेगा, तो fiscal sustainability ज़्यादा होगी. It means the government is focusing on managing its spending while still funding development programs. दोस्तों, ये छोटा difference बहुत बड़ा signal है. India is aiming for fiscal discipline, debt reduction, and long-term stability. The message is clear. Spend wisely, grow sustainably. दोस्तों, अब तक हम फिस्कल कंसोलिडेशन और बजट की नंबर्स को समझ चुके हैं। अब चलते हैं बजट के हार्ड पार, की हाइलाइट्स ऑफ द यूनियन बजट 2025 टू 26। फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ने सेशन की शुरुआत की एक पावरफुल कोट से, तेलुगु पोइट गुरजादा अपाराव का। अ कंट्री इज नॉट जस्ट इट्स सॉइल, अ कंट्री इज इट्स पीपल। और ये कोट परफेक्टली एक्सप्लेन करता है इस बजट का फोकस, लॉग सेंट्रिक डेवलपमेंट यानी पीपल फर्स्ट पॉलिसी। इस बार विकसित भारत, डेवलप्ड इंडिया का सपना है और उसके कुछ मेजर गोल्स हैं। 1. जीरो पॉवर्टी। दोस्तों, ये बजट का फर्स्ट एस्पिरेशन है पॉवर्टी को कंप्लीटली एलिमिनेट करना। डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट्स ट्रांसफर, डीबीटी, अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग एंड रूरल अपलिफ्टमेंट के प्रोग्राम्स को एक्सपैंड किया जाएगा ताकि गरीबी का परमानेंट सोल्यूशन मिले। 2. 100% क्वालिटी स्कूल एजुकेशन। सबको हाई क्वालिटी एजुकेशन देना है मिशन। स्कूल्स को अपग्रेड करना, रूरल एरियाज तक डिजिटल लर्निंग ले जाना और वोकेशनल ट्रेनिंग को मेन स्ट्रीम बनाना इस फोकस का हिस्सा है। एजुकेशन को बैकबोन बनाने का प्लान है। दोस्तों, 3. अफोर्डेबल हेल्थ केयर फॉर ऑल। हेल्थ पे फोकस का मतलब है एक प्रोडक्टिव और हेल्दी नेशन। अफोर्डेबल हेल्थ केयर स्कीम्स जैसे आयुष्मान भारत को और ज्यादा एक्सपैंड किया जाएगा ताकि ट्रीटमेंट एक्सेसिबल हो हर एक गरीब को और रूरल एरियाज तक एडवांस्ड हेल्थ केयर पहुंच सके। 4. 100% स्किल्ड लेबर एंड मीनिंगफुल एम्प्लॉयमेंट। जॉब्स तभी सस्टेनेबल है जब लॉग ऑन के पास प्रॉपर स्किल्स हो। ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स को बूस्ट किया जाएगा और इंडस्ट्रीज के साथ कोलैबोरेशन से यंग इंडियंस को प्रोडक्टिव, मीनिंगफुल जॉब्स मिलेंगी। 5. 70% विमेन पार्टिसिपेशन इन इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटीज। और ये तो सबसे बड़ा हाईलाइट है। विमेन को फाइनेंशियल और प्रोफेशनल स्पेस में पुश करना थ्रू एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप स्कीम्स, सपोर्ट प्रोग्राम्स और वर्कप्लेस सेफ्टी पॉलिसीज। दोस्तों, ये हमें एक रियल इंक्लूसिव ग्रोथ डीन का प्रॉमिस है। 6. फार्मर्स ड्राइविंग इंडियाज पोजीशन एज अ फूड बास्केट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड। ये है एक लॉन्ग टर्म विजन। फार्मर्स को बेटर प्राइसेस, फार्म मैकेनाइजेशन और एक्सपोर्ट प्रमोशन का सपोर्ट मिलेगा ताकि इंडिया सिर्फ फूड सेल्फ सफिशिएंट ही नहीं बल्कि एक ग्लोबल फूड पावर हाउस बन सके। दोस्तों, ये बजट सिर्फ पैसा एलोकेट करने का नहीं है, ये एक लॉन्ग टर्म विजन है जो हर सेक्टर को इंक्लूसिव डेवलपमेंट का अपॉर्चुनिटी दे रहा है। अगर इस विजन को प्रॉपर्ली एक्सिक्यूट किया गया तो विकसित भारत का सपना रियलिटी बन सकता है। और अगर आपको ये एनालिसिस पसंद आया तो लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब जरूर करें। दोस्तों, अब हम समझेंगे कि यूनियन बजट 2025 टू 26 का फोकस एग्जैक्टली किस डायरेक्शन में है। एंड टू मेक इट इजियर फॉर यू, लेट्स विजुअलाइज इट यूजिंग दिस चार्ट। ये बजट काफी सेक्टर्स को साइमल्टेनियसली टारगेट करता है और यही बात इस बजट को स्पेशल बनती है। चलिए एक क्विक ब्रेकडाउन करते हैं। 1. फोकस एरियाज ऑफ द बजट। इस चार्ट में आप देख रहे हैं द बजट का प्राइमरी फोकस है गरीब, पुअर पॉवर्टी एलिमिनेशन और वेलफेयर स्कीम्स, यूथ, एजुकेशन, जॉब्स और स्किल्स डेवलपमेंट। अन्नता, फार्मर्स सपोर्ट टू मेक फार्मर्स ग्लोबली कम्पिटिटिव, नारी, विमेन लेड डेवलपमेंट, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप और पार्टिसिपेशन बूस्ट। यही वो पिलर्स हैं जिनके ऊपर इंक्लूसिव ग्रोथ का फाउंडेशन रखा गया है। 2. की रिफॉर्म्स। रिफॉर्म बिना ग्रोथ पॉसिबल नहीं होती। ये बजट कुछ की एरियाज में मेजर रिफॉर्म्स का रोड मैप लाता है, जैसे टैक्सेशन, सिंप्लीफाइंग टैक्सेस और कंप्लायंस को इंप्रूव करना, पावर सेक्टर, क्लीन एनर्जी और पावर डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सिस्टम्स को अपग्रेड करना, अर्बन डेवलपमेंट, सिटीज को स्मार्ट और लिवेबल बनाना, माइनिंग, अनलॉकिंग न्यू अपॉर्चुनिटीज, फाइनेंशियल सेक्टर, बैंक रिफॉर्म्स एंड क्रेडिट अवेलेबिलिटी, रेगुलेटरी रिफॉर्म्स, बिजनेस फ्रेंडली एनवायरनमेंट क्रिएट करना। ये रिफॉर्म्स डायरेक्टली इंपैक्ट करेंगे इन्वेस्टमेंट और प्रोडक्टिविटी को। 3. इंजन्स ऑफ ग्रोथ फॉर विकसित भारत। दोस्तों, विकसित भारत का विजन फ्यूल होगा इन 4 ग्रोथ इंजन से। एग्रीकल्चर, डबलिंग फार्म प्रोडक्टिविटी और एक्सपोर्ट्स। MSMEs, भारत की बैकबोन, MSMEs को क्रेडिट और टेक सपोर्ट मिलेगा। इन्वेस्टमेंट, पब्लिक प्राइवेट पार्टनरशिप्स को बूस्ट करना। एक्सपोर्ट्स, मेक इन इंडिया को आगे ले जाके ग्लोबल एक्सपोर्ट्स बढ़ाना। दोस्तों, ये पूरी फ्रेमवर्क एक बैलेंस्ड ग्रोथ का प्रॉमिस करता है, जहां गरीब से लेकर एंटरप्रेन्योर तक सबको एक रोल दिया गया है। अगर ये विजन प्रॉपर्ली एग्जीक्यूट किया गया, तो विकसित भारत सिर्फ एक एस्पिरेशन नहीं, एक रियलिटी बन जाएगा। दोस्तों, अब तक हम समझ चुके हैं कि यूनियन बजट 2025 टू 26 का फोकस है पीपल फर्स्ट डेवलपमेंट, और हर सेक्टर को एक स्पेसिफिक रोल दिया गया है। इस बजट की बैकबोन है रिफॉर्म्स जो हमने प्रीवियस सेक्शन में डिस्कस किए, लेकिन ग्रोथ को एक्चुअल स्पीड तभी मिलेगी जब करेक्ट इंजन्स का फ्यूल यूज होगा। चलिए बात करते हैं इंजन्स फॉर द जर्नी टुवर्ड्स विकसित भारत की 4 की इंजन्स जो इंडिया की लॉन्ग टर्म सस्टेनेबल ग्रोथ को ड्राइव करेंगे। फर्स्ट इंजन एग्रीकल्चर, सेकंड इंजन MSMEs, थर्ड इंजन investment, fourth engine exports. Now it's time for a deep dive into the 4 engines of growth. We'll discuss them one by one with easy mnemonics and graphs, so you can remember everything effortlessly. No need to dig into boring notes again. Ready to get started? Let's go. Let's start with our first engine of growth, the backbone of India, agriculture. To remember the key initiatives, think of the mnemonic farm success. With this, you'll never forget how the budget aims to transform the agriculture sector and make farmers the driving force of India's economy. Let's break it down. F. Fertile Districts Boost. The government has launched the PM Dhan Krishi Yojana, targeting 100 fertile districts. What's the focus? Improving productivity, crop diversity, irrigation, better storage, and loans. दोस्तों, जब फार्मिंग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर स्ट्रांग होगा, तभी प्रोडक्टिविटी और प्रॉफिट्स दोनों बढ़ेगा। A. Aspirational Rural Skilling. The Rural Prosperity Program is here to address underemployment in rural areas. The plan? Skilling rural youth, promoting investments, and integrating modern tech. Women, young farmers, and marginal farmers will be prioritized. Rural areas को सिर्फ फार्मिंग तक नहीं, एक कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव इकोनॉमिक हब बनाया जाएगा। Our Resilient Pulse Mission. India's dependency on imported pulses will decrease thanks to the mission for Atmanirbhar Bharat in pulses. This 6-year mission focuses on Tur, Urad, and Masoor pulses, with procurement support from NAFT and NCCF for 4 years. अपना देश pulses का भी ग्लोबल सप्लायर बनने की तरफ बढ़ेगा। M. Maximized Crop Growth. Productivity will be supercharged through programs for high-yield seeds and a 5-year cotton productivity mission. Additionally, special attention is on increasing yields for fruits and vegetables. Farming का scale और output दोनों boost होने वाला है, और ये सिर्फ local नहीं, global markets तक पहुंचेगा। S. Subvention Loan Support. Big relief for farmers. Kisan credit card loan limits have been raised from 3 lakh rupees to 5 lakh rupees under the Modified Interest Subvention Scheme, MIS. This means more affordable loans for small farmers with reduced interest rates. Financial burden कम, productivity ज़्यादा. U. Uplift makhana production. For Bihar's farmers, here's some good news. A dedicated makhana board will boost the production of makhana, fox nuts. This includes better processing techniques and creating high-value export products. Makhana lovers, be ready to see more local production on global shelves. See community growth through India Post. India Post will act as rural financial hubs, offering services like direct benefit transfers, DBTs, microloans, EMI pickups, insurance, and digital services. Rural economies को connect करने का एक powerful financial network बनेगा. So friends, through this farm success mnemonic, we've covered everything you need to know about how agriculture will drive India's growth. This isn't just about increasing productivity. It's about creating a self-sufficient and globally competitive agriculture sector. Remember, fertile districts, rural skilling, resilient crops, and financial support, all working together to make India's farmers the global leaders they deserve to be. If you found this explanation easy and useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Moving next now, let's move on to the second engine that's truly the backbone of India's economy, MSMEs, micro, small, and medium enterprises. These small businesses have a massive impact. And to help you understand their role in this budget, just remember the simple mnemonic boost. Let's break it down. B. Boosted exports. MSMEs are already contributing 45% of India's exports. But this budget is about scaling them even further. The government is raising investment and turnover limits by 2.5 times and 2 times respectively. Why? To help MSMEs tap into global markets and increase their production capabilities. Exports grow, India grows. Simple. O. Organized microcredit. Access to credit is key for small businesses. That's why the government is introducing custom credit cards for micro enterprises registered on the Udyam portal. Credit limits of 5 lakh rupees will be given to 10 lakh micro units in the first year alone. ये step MSMEs के लिए financial flexibility ले आएगा, helping them manage daily operations and growth. O. Opportunities for women and minorities. Big opportunity for women, SCs, and STs through the new entrepreneur scheme. What's on offer? Loans up to 2 crore rupees will be provided to 5 lakh first-time entrepreneurs over 5 years. This is not just financial support, it's a push for women and marginalized groups to become business leaders. S. Strengthening toy manufacturing. India wants to become a global toy manufacturing hub through the Toys Manufacturing Promotion Scheme. With a special focus on Made in India toys, this initiative will help MSMEs enter the 1.5 trillion rupees global toy market. अब देसी toys भी international shelves पर दिखेंगे. दोस्तों, T. Tech-focused manufacturing. Through the National Manufacturing Mission, MSMEs, medium and large industries will get support under the Make in India program. Tech integration, process improvement, and new-age manufacturing techniques will be encouraged to modernize production. इसका सीधा impact है better products, better markets, and more jobs. Friends, the MSME sector is set for a major transformation under this budget. Remember the boost mnemonic, whether it's exports, credit access, or women entrepreneurs, this engine is driving sustainable growth. The government's plan is clear. Empower MSMEs and watch them power India's journey to becoming a developed nation. Let's talk about the third engine of growth that will fuel India's transformation into Viksit Bharat, and that is investment. But this isn't just about financial investments, this is about investing in people, knowledge, innovation, and infrastructure. To remember everything easily, we've got the mnemonic skilled G. By the time we're done, you'll understand how investment in human capital and tech will change India's future. Let's go. I. Investment in people, mnemonic, skilled G. S. School innovation. The government plans to establish 50,000 new Atal Tinkering Labs, ATLs, in government schools. What's the benefit? These labs will foster innovation among young students, turning them into future inventors and entrepreneurs. दोस्तों, ये है innovation सीधा स्कूल से start करने का plan. K. Knowledge connectivity. BharatNet broadband is being rolled out to connect rural government schools and primary health centers. With better internet connectivity, rural areas will have access to better education and healthcare. I. Indian languages digitized. The Bharatiya Bhasha Pustak scheme will digitize books in multiple Indian languages. अपनी local languages को modern tech के साथ integrate करना एक long-term investment है cultural knowledge में. L. Learning centers. 5 national centers of excellence for skilling will collaborate with global partners to train youth in future-ready skills. 500 crore rupees AI Center of Excellence will focus on AI applications in education. ये steps ensure करते हैं कि Indian youth globally competitive bane. L. Livelihood support. Gig workers will now get access to identity cards, e-shram registration, and healthcare through PM Jan Arogya Yojana. दोस्तों, ये काम करने वे लॉग-ऑन की सिक्योरिटी को एक स्टेप आगे ले जाने का प्लान है. E. Enhanced loans for vendors. Under a revamped PM SVNidhi scheme, street vendors will get higher loan limits, UPI-linked credit cards, and training to grow their small businesses. D. Daycare and nutrition. The government is expanding Saksham Anganwadi and Poshan 2.0 with daycares in all districts and enhanced nutrition programs. Nutrition के बिना long-term productivity possible नहीं है, and the government knows it. G. Growing higher education. IITs will expand their capacity, allowing more students to enroll. Medical education will also grow with 10,000 new seats added now and 75,000 more seats over 5 years. More engineers, doctors, and researchers. India is gearing up for a skilled workforce boom. Investment in innovation. Mnemonic, grow. G. Government funds for R&D. The budget has allocated 20,000 crore rupees for private sector-led research and innovation. जब government और private sector मिलके काम करे, तो innovation natural है. R. Regional mapping. Under the National Geospatial Mission, the government will improve urban planning, infrastructure, and disaster resilience. दोस्तों, future-ready cities बनाना का plan है ये. O. Organized knowledge archive. Through the Gyan Bharatam mission, 1 crore ancient manuscripts will be documented, and a national digital repository of Indian knowledge systems will be created. India का knowledge-based digital form में preserve किया जाएगा for future generations. So friends, with this mnemonic skill G, we've covered the investments in people and innovation that will power India's growth. This budget isn't just about financial allocations, it's about building human capital, digital infrastructure, and future-ready industries. And stay tuned, next up is the fourth growth engine, exports. We've talked about agriculture, MSMEs, and investments. Now it's time to discuss the fourth engine that will put India on the global map, exports. If India wants to become a developed nation, we need to export not just products but services, ideas, and innovations to the world. To help you remember the key highlights, just think of the mnemonic trade. Let's break it down. T. Trade promotion. The government has launched the Export Promotion Mission, which brings together the Commerce, MSME, and Finance ministries to help MSMEs export globally. Why is this important? MSMEs form the backbone of India's exports, and this collaboration will provide them with the right financial and technical support. दोस्तों, जब government ministries मिलके काम करती है, तो MSMEs को हर level पे assistance मिलेगा, from production to international markets. Our robust digital trade network. The new Bharat TradeNet, BTN, is a digital platform designed for streamlining trade documentation and financing. This will reduce paperwork, delays, and costs, making it easier for Indian exporters to compete globally. Imagine एक digital system जहां आपको paperwork के लिए ना भागना पड़े. यही है future of exports. A. Advanced domestic manufacturing. To compete globally, our domestic manufacturing needs to match Industry 4.0 standards. This budget provides support for domestic industries to upgrade technology, enhance productivity, and integrate with global supply chains. इसका सीधा impact होगा कि India not only competes, but leads in global exports, especially in tech and high-value products. D. Developing global service hubs. The government will establish global capability centers in Tier 2 cities under a national framework. These cities will become international service hubs for outsourcing, IT services, consulting, and back-end operations. This means cities like Indore, Coimbatore, and Lucknow could soon become global service centers. Big IT और consulting projects सिर्फ metro cities तक नहीं, smaller cities तक भी पहुंचेंगे. E. Enhanced infrastructure. The government is improving air cargo and warehousing infrastructure to export high-value perishable goods like fruits, vegetables, and horticultural products. With better cold storage and faster transport facilities, India will tap into the global demand for fresh produce. दोस्तों, imagine Indian mangoes, spices, and flowers reaching international markets fresh and in record time. ये है इस plan का aim. So friends, with this trade mnemonic, we've covered how India's export ecosystem is getting a complete upgrade. From MSMEs getting trade support to advanced manufacturing and world-class infrastructure, this engine will drive our global presence like never before. The government's message is clear. India won't just import anymore. We're going to export success, growth, and innovation. If you found this breakdown useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Friends, we've discussed the 4 growth engines of Viksit Bharat. But engines won't run without fuel, and that fuel comes from reforms. First up, let's dive into the most important and relatable reform, taxation and compliance reforms. Now I know, taxation sounds boring, right? But dosto, trust me, this time the government's approach is all about making it simple, smooth, and taxpayer-friendly. To help you remember it easily, think of the mnemonic fast. Ready? Let's break it down. F. Faceless assessments. The government is continuing with faceless, online self-assessments, making tax filing transparent and hassle-free. What does it mean? No more visiting tax offices, no bribery, and no middlemen. Everything is digital, with minimal human interference. दोस्तों, अब आपके टैक्सेस का फ्यूचर है ऑनलाइन, और वो भी बिना किसी unnecessary headache के. A. Acceptance first. Has a major relief. 99% of self-assessed tax returns will be accepted without questioning. This builds trust between the government and taxpayers. अगर आप honest taxpayer है, तो आपको unnecessary scrutiny का सामना नहीं करना पड़ेगा. S. Speedy refunds. Under the taxpayer charter, refunds will now be processed faster than before. Earlier, tax refunds used to take months. Now, they'll be credited quickly. आपका hard-earned पैसा जल्दी वापस मिलेगा. Because time is money, right? T. Trust first. The government is promoting trust over scrutiny to encourage voluntary compliance. Dispute resolution has been made easier through the Vivad Se Vishwas scheme, which helps taxpayers settle disputes without lengthy court cases. Taxpayers और government के बीच का friction कम होने वाला है, making tax paying stress-free. We are continuing our discussion on reforms as the fuel for India's Viksit Bharat journey. And up next are financial sector reforms. The financial sector is like the lifeblood of any economy. If it flows smoothly, businesses grow, jobs are created, and investments pour in. To help you remember these key reforms, think of the mnemonic light. Just like a guiding light, these reforms will illuminate India's path to sustainable financial growth. Let's break it down. L. Light touch regulation. The government is moving towards trust-driven, flexible financial regulations. What does that mean? Instead of excessive scrutiny, businesses will enjoy a light touch regulatory environment. ये policy businesses को over-regulation का stress दिए बिना growth को promote करेगी. I. Increased FDI. FDI in insurance has been increased from 74% to 100%, but with a twist. It applies when profits are reinvested in India. Why is this important? Because higher foreign investment in the insurance sector means more capital, better products, and job creation. दोस्तों, ये investment local markets को boost करेगा, global capital को attract करेगा. G. Growth support. Financial reforms are directly tied to job creation and productivity enhancement. Simplified loan schemes, MSME-friendly credit access, and revamped financial instruments will fuel entrepreneurship and job growth. अब सिर्फ big corporations नहीं, छोटी companies भी finance को आसानी से access कर सकेंगी. H. Higher business environment. The government is making financial regulations simpler, faster, and transparent to improve India's ease of doing business rankings. Banks, NBFCs, and financial institutions will work more efficiently, reducing red tape. दोस्तों, जब system streamline हो, तभी businesses full potential पे काम करते हैं. T. Trust-driven economy. All these reforms are designed around trust between businesses, investors, and the government. By creating a more trust-based regulatory system, India hopes to attract both domestic and global investments while empowering local businesses. This shows how the government is making finance simple, transparent, and business-friendly. With FDI growth, ease of doing business, and trust-based policies, India is setting the stage for long-term financial success. Remember, a strong financial sector means more jobs, higher investments, and a thriving economy. Now we're diving into another crucial reform category under reforms as the fuel for Viksit Bharat, regulatory and legal reforms. Let's be honest, one of the biggest problems businesses face is too many rules, inspections, and red tape. But this budget addresses that head-on with the mnemonic clarity, because the government wants a clear, business-friendly environment that supports growth. Let's break it down. See Committee for Regulatory Reforms. A new committee has been formed to simplify licenses and non-financial regulations across sectors. Whether it's environmental approvals or industry-specific licenses, the goal is to streamline everything. अब हर अप्रूवल के लिए मल्टीपल ऑफिसेस का चक्कर नहीं लगाना पड़ेगा. Less inspections. The government is reducing compliance inspections and making the entire process more digital and transparent. Self-certification and third-party assessments will replace frequent physical inspections. दोस्तों, जब businesses को बार-बार inspect नहीं किया जाएगा, तभी उनका growth पे focus बढ़ेगा. Encourage states. To ensure that all states contribute to India's growth, the government is introducing the Investment Friendliness Index 2025. This will rank states based on their ease of doing business and investment-friendly policies, promoting healthy competition among them. ये है cooperative federalism का असली मतलब, competition for better governance. Assessment of financial rules. Through the FSDC mechanism, Financial Stability and Development Council, the government will regularly assess financial regulations and update them to stay business-friendly. मतलब, outdated rules को remove करते रहना और नए rules को time के साथ introduce करना. Remove red tape. The government is taking a big step with the Jan Vishwas Bill 2.0, which will decriminalize 100+ legal provisions and reduce red tape. Minor offenses that previously led to harsh penalties or jail time will now have simplified penalties. ये pro-business legal framework का नया chapter है. दोस्तों, tax reform. A new income tax bill is being introduced to simplify direct taxation. Less paperwork, fewer complexities, and clear guidelines will make tax compliance easier for individuals and businesses. जब taxes easy हो जाते हैं, तभी compliance automatically बढ़ता है. So friends, with this clear T mnemonic, we've learned how the government is clearing the path for businesses to grow. From fewer inspections and simpler regulations to better state rankings and tax reforms, everything is aimed at making India the most business-friendly destination in the world. Trust me, these reforms are game changers. Dosto, if you're finding this content useful, please do like, share, and subscribe. This video has been made to save your time and give you an easy way to understand the budget without the confusion. Trust me, this is important. It will definitely show up as a question in your paper or discussions. So stay with us, watch the video as many times as you need. And one pro tip, don't just take screenshots of the graphs and charts. Pause the video, pick up a pen, and draw the charts with your own hand. Why? Because drawing them yourself helps you remember better, and screenshots won't give you that memory boost. So, draw, revise, and master it. And yes, like, share, subscribe, and bell icon ko mat bhulna. Friends, we're getting closer to the heart of direct taxation proposals under the Union Budget 2025 to 26. I know taxes can sound overwhelming, but dosto, don't worry. We're going to simplify it using a powerful mnemonic, tax benefits. Once you understand this, you'll not only remember the key tax changes, but also how they can directly benefit you. Let's break it down. Direct tax relief, mnemonic, tax benefit, tax-free income. Good news. The tax-free income limit has been raised to 12 lakh rupees, and salaried taxpayers earning up to 12.75 lakh rupees will pay nil tax due to standard deductions. दोस्तों, ये है एक बड़ा relief middle class salaried log-on के लिए. affordable compliance. This relief will cost the government 1 lakh rupees crore, but the benefit to taxpayers outweighs the revenue impact. अब compliance affordable और simple बन गया है. 2. Ease of doing business. X. Cross-border pricing certainty. A new scheme for determining arm's length pricing for international transactions has been introduced for a 3-year block period. Expanded safe harbor rules will help reduce litigation and ensure easier tax compliance for businesses. इसका direct impact है कि cross-border businesses अब आसानी से operations कर सकेंगी without tax disputes. 3. TDS TCS simplification. B. Bigger thresholds. Senior citizens' interest income TDS limit doubled from 50,000 rupee to 1 lakh rupees. TDS threshold on rent increased from 2.4 lakh rupees to 6 lakh rupees. Delayed TCS payments have been decriminalized, making compliance smoother. दोस्तों, ये changes सिर्फ compliance नहीं, tax burden को भी reduce करेंगे. 4. Voluntary compliance encouragement. E. Extended filing window. The period to file updated tax returns has been extended from 2 years to 4 years. Charitable trusts registration period has also been extended from 5 years to 10 years. N. No restrictions. Taxpayers can now claim tax benefits onto self-occupied properties without any conditions. अब अपनी multiple properties का tax management भी easy हो गया है. F. Flexibility for seniors. Senior citizens will get exemptions on withdrawals from National Savings Scheme and NPS Vatsalya accounts. 5. International taxation and startup support. I. Incentives for global businesses. Businesses operating in ship leasing, insurance, and treasury centers within the IFSC, International Financial Services Center, will get specific tax reliefs. The startup incorporation deadline has been extended by 5 years, promoting the growth of new age companies. T. Tax certainty. Safe harbor rules have been extended to provide certainty in cross-border taxation. Specific tax benefits are also available for Category I and II AIFs, alternative investment funds that invest in infrastructure projects. 6. Employment and investment promotion. S. Support for non-residents. A presumptive taxation scheme has been introduced for non-residents providing services to Indian electronics manufacturers. ये move foreign investors के लिए attractive बनेगा, and it will boost local manufacturing. P. Pension fund deadline extension. The deadline for sovereign and pension fund infrastructure investments has been extended to 31st March 2030. T. Tonnage tax expansion. The tonnage tax scheme has been extended to inland vessels, boosting the shipping industry and making it more competitive. So friends, through this tax benefits mnemonic, we've covered how the government is providing tax relief, supporting businesses, promoting voluntary compliance, and boosting international investment. The message is clear: less tax burden, easier compliance, and more economic growth. Dosto, we've reached the final part of the Union Budget 2025 to 26, and trust me, indirect tax proposals are a game changer. Whether it's supporting domestic manufacturing, exports, or promoting India as a Make in India hub, the indirect tax reforms cover it all. To help you remember the key points, just think of the mnemonic custom benefits. Let's break it down. 1. Rationalization of customs tariff structure. C says simplification. The government has removed 7 tariff rates, simplifying the entire customs structure. No item will have more than one cess or surcharge, making duties clearer. Adjustments have been made to ensure fair duty rates and lower customs duties on select imports. Simplification leads to lower costs for manufacturers and exporters. 2. Sector-specific tax benefits. U Make in India push. Customs duty exemptions on open cell lead or LCD TV parts, EV batteries, and mobile components. Duty-free inputs for handicrafts and leather exporters, promoting value-added exports. This will boost domestic production and reduce dependency on imports. S. Shipbuilding boost. 10-year tax exemptions for shipbuilding materials and goods needed for ship maintenance. Shipbuilding will finally get the long-term support it needs to compete globally. T. Textile incentives. Duty-free imports for shuttless looms and capital goods, making textile production more competitive. India's textile sector is poised to grow globally thanks to this support. 3. Life-saving medicines. Open access to essential drugs. 36 life-saving drugs have been fully exempted from basic customs duty. Another 6 medicines have a reduced duty of 5%, helping patient affordability. This is a major win for patients needing critical treatments. 4. Customs duty rationalization for industrial goods. M. Manufacturing-friendly adjustments. 7 tariff rates have been removed and replaced with adjusted cesses to balance duties. This ensures no sector is overburdened and promotes smoother manufacturing growth. 5. Supporting domestic manufacturing. B. Boost to critical mineral supply. Exemptions on cobalt, lithium-ion battery waste, lead, and zinc, which are crucial for EV production. Knitted fabric duties set at 20% or 115 rupee per kg, whichever is higher, protecting domestic manufacturers. E. Electrical components for displays. BCD on interactive flat panel displays, IFPD, increased to 20% to promote local production. Open cell parts BCD reduced to 5%, making domestic display manufacturing more viable. 6. Electric vehicle and mobile battery production. N. New production exemptions. Duty-free imports on 35 items for EV batteries and 28 items for mobile battery production. EV and mobile industries will now benefit from cheaper raw materials and higher local production. 7. Shipbuilding and telecommunications. E. Extended tax relief. 10-year BCD exemption for shipbuilding materials. BCD on carrier-grade Ethernet switches reduced from 20% to 10%, promoting telecom infrastructure growth. 8. Export promotion. F. Fish and leather exports. Wet blue leather fully exempted to encourage value-added leather exports. Frozen fish paste duty reduced from 30% to 5%, and fish hydrolyzed BCD lowered from 15% to 5%. This will enhance India's exports in the fish processing and leather industries. Dosto, with this, we come to the end of the Union Budget 2025 to 26. Our team has worked hard to make this budget simple, easy to understand, and memorable, especially for your exams or discussions. But remember, just watching isn't enough. To fully grasp it, pause the video, pick up a pen, and draw the charts yourself. Believe me, drawing them will help you remember them better. Don't rely on screenshots, take that extra step, and you'll be exam ready in no time. Stay tuned for more simplified content on topics that matter. And yes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bell icon dabana mat bhuliye, so you don't miss any important updates. Dosto, see you in the next video, and all the best.